YouTube's Cat Litter presents The March to YouTube Domination! Dateline Hollywood. A plucky red-haired beauty hatches her plan to conquer the internet by gaining 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. But she can't do it alone. Only you can help her in her quest to achieve YouTube greatness by liking, subscribing, and most importantly, sharing her videos. Remember, it's up to you to fight the evils of YouTube suppression and the evil corporations who want to keep you down by clicking the like button as we march our way to YouTube domination.
Levar Burton, I really wish you would have paid attention to your lines when you were on Star Trek all those years. Or Crapping Roots! You were on Roots, but hello everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube consumer advocate. Harpy, former huge Star Trek fan. Why do I say former? Because for the last couple of years, Star Trek has done everything in its power to tell the existing fan base that they are ists and phobes. Despite being Star Trek fans in the first place, they have done everything in their power to try and talk down to their audience lately, to try and further perpetuate this wokier than thou religious zealotry, this quest to find and cancel and hold accountable people that they think that they're morally superior to, forgetting the fact that everybody is human and everybody makes mistakes. That's a lesson that, we probably learned way back in the day on Reading Crapping Rainbow as well. Levar Burton, who hosted Reading Rainbow, was Geordie LaForge, the guy with the banana clip over his eyes on Star Trek. Huge Star Trek fan, but former Star Trek fan. I'm a viewer now, and I remember the old lessons that we were taught about equality, progression, treating people, decently, giving people the benefit of the doubt, letting people fix and make amends for their past mistakes, and forgiving and forgetting and allowing people to grow as a society instead of just getting this revenge?
Hi.
Revenge now? That's what Star Trek seems to be all about lately, about revenge and glorifying it.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
Thank you for subscribing. See, I still love TNG. It's just whenever I see these actors now lately with the last couple of years of Star Trek, and I get it worse because I'm on the internet.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
And I get it. I get the brunt of it. After the couple of years I've had dealing with these people who think that they're better than everybody else, because that's what they do, they think they're better than you. I think they kind of have it coming, but what does Levar Burton have to say about this cancel culture accountability cult?
In terms of cancel culture, I think it's misnamed. That's a misnomer. I think we have a consequence culture.
Consequence culture. So you really think it's okay to have a consequence that destroys somebody's life for what? Making a mistake and accidentally hurting somebody's feelings, making a mistake and intentionally hurting somebody's feelings. You really think that that's okay?
And that consequences are finally encompassing everybody in the society, whereas they haven't been.
That's actually not true. They will get to a point where they do encompass absolutely everybody in society at some point, and by then it'll be a little bit too late, because you're going to have people, see people like me get held quote-unquote accountable just for existing, just for having the nerve to have ancestors, or to have, and they're not even my ancestors, by the way. My ancestors were still off, in another country when a lot of the bad stuff happened here. So my ancestors did, and that's really what the problem is that people are getting this accountability for things that they didn't actually do, and it's a lot easier to just lump everybody together according to these wokier than thous based on a certain superficial characteristic, because they're taking too long to go through every single person's Twitter history, to go through every single person, to comb through and find something to cancel them over. And a lot of these people, a lot of these wokier than thous are just waiting for the second you do something that they could possibly be upset with. Look at the stuff I tweet out. I've got people who are upset where with sarcastic tweets I deleted 2 years ago about calling out the people who are actually writing and admitting to writing the false Star Trek rumors. Where I'm like, oh, I heard it's getting canceled because people like Ketwalski are writing all these crapping rumors on 4chan and admitting to it. So that's a YouTube channel you probably shouldn't watch because they're admitted known liars.
Ever in this country. So I think that there are good signs that are happening in the culture right now. And
I think there are terrible signs, and it's a horrendously slippery slope of where we're going. Because what happens when everybody realizes that everybody has said something that is cancelable? I think everybody on this planet has said something that is cancelable according to somebody else. So here we're basically using this ring cancel happy accountability cult as our modern day religious zealotry, as our modern day we have to get you just because you did a bad thing because you're evil. And I do not like religion very much. I'm a Star Trek fan and I don't really feel the need for a lot of it in my personal day-to-day life. Therefore, I am not going to be jumping on board your wokier than thou religious cult either.
I think it has everything to do with a new awareness on people who were simply unaware of the real nature of life in this country for people who have been othered since this nation began.
Oh, people...
At this time, we'd like to interrupt this rant to prevent it from becoming too political in nature. Thank you for your patience.
Ever since I opened my mouth and said, hey, Star Trek isn't as I don't know, optimistic and hopeful. It doesn't give me any reason to believe that humanity is going to evolve past all this petty crap when we're seeing it in Star Trek now. And I've been labeled as other. I've been othered. Anybody else been othered? Anybody else been labeled a conservative and being outcast for it? Anybody else? Even if you are. That's what we're at now. And I started realizing that. Being somebody who just assumed I was always part of a certain affiliation, even though I wasn't political, didn't vote, didn't pay attention, didn't care. And you start to realize that a lot of these people think that they're smarter and better and think that you're less than. And do I want people canceled for all eternity? No, I want them to stop with this cancel culture shit and realize that everybody is going to say or do or say or think something that is going to offend somebody at some point in time. And what one person is offended by, one other person might not be. You know, not everybody's a goddamn giant freaking snowflake going around being offended on behalf of everybody else.
Began.
And of course, there's the tweet. In terms of cancel culture, I think it's misnamed. It is finally, consequences are finally encompassing everybody. That's a bad thing, though. You don't want the floodgates of consequence culture either. That's exactly how you get a society complicit with punishment and revenge. We all know where that leads. Be better than cancel culture. Be better than accountability culture. Start a culture of forgiveness. Start a culture of allowing people to make mistakes. Start a culture of allowing people. And I'm not saying that everybody needs to be forgiven and let loose on the world and do everything that they possibly can to destroy. No. No, this is the issue, though. If somebody apologizes for saying something that might have offended somebody, that's still not enough for these people. That's still not enough. You can't acknowledge and say, hey, yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. That is not enough for these people. These people have this moral superiority, and they look down on you, and they look down on me, and they look down on all of us. And it's not just Hollywood. You see this in even anti-SJW content and the culture there. You see that even in anti-SJW shit. How many people have been outcast from anti-SJW communities? A lot. So a lot of the times, neither side are any better than the other on this crap. And it is just disgusting and disgraceful that we're still trying to hold people to a standard that they can't possibly live up to. For crying out loud. So I probably don't have anything else to say about this. I'm going to try and trim this down into something more reasonable. I am going back to my live chat. Let's start a culture of forgiveness. Let's start a culture of allowing people to right wrongs and to fix things and to make amends. Because without it, you're no better than the World War II bad guys. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
It's a fair cop.